Here with Boston 25 meteorologist Shiri Spear, and it's going to be another toasty Tuesday.
Yes, yeah, it's going to be a hot week ahead for the most part until we get to Friday, and then temperatures kind of in a realm that we like them, just in time for our last zip trip of the summer. So we've got temperatures that are in the 60s and 70s now, 74 Boston, 64 in Plymouth, 68 in Worcester. That's pretty comfortable stuff. There's no need for a jacket this morning. You can see temperatures by noontime are going to be up around 90 in the Boston area. I've got low to mid-90s for your highs today. So the heat is obviously the big story. We've got moderate air quality across much of southern New England for today. And I don't have any storms back in the forecast until tomorrow late in the day.
So far.
It has. We've had an above average number of these really hot days where it's been 90 or higher. We've had 17 so far this season. And in a typical summer, we have about 14 of those. So you know what? Today, I think we're going to add to the count. I've got temperatures this morning in the 70s in the greater Boston area. Some of you have some 60s out there now, but it's mild. You absolutely don't need a jacket this morning. And there's your highs today, low and mid 90s with about 93 in Boston and Framingham, 91 in Ipswich, Plymouth, Foxborough, and Worcester, even 96 in Manchester, New Hampshire. South Coast, Cape and Islands, keeping you folks in the 80s for today, but we do have this unhealthy air quality. You know, it's not the worst, it's not the best that we've had of summer. It's really typical when we get these hot summertime days. It's actually a reaction that happens with pollution, so it's ground level ozone, smog, that we're concerned about today. Overnight forecast, we've got the Perseid meteor shower, which is one of the best shows all year. It's known for producing some big fireballs. Tomorrow's forecast is going to be hot and humid at about 91. Tomorrow, though, we do have a little better chance for a few hit or miss thunderstorms, probably north and west of Boston late in the afternoon or the evening. The best chance for rain and a couple downpours this week will end up being Thursday as a front comes through. It still looks quite hit or miss or scattered, so not everybody is going to get rain. Not everybody is going to get a downpour, but there will be some thunderstorms and downpours out there. And then by Friday, we are clearing out again, folks. We're going to have a cooler turn at the end of the week. So our 7-day forecast with the weekend always in view has 90s today and tomorrow. Thursday, we're going to drop it to like 88. There might still be some 90s on the map. Again, best chance for a little rain. And then by the weekend, temperatures will start to go up again. So Sunday is looking hot and humid for any of your weekend plans. It is. It's already pretty hot out there. So we're going to start with the weather from your window this morning because starting with this live look at Polar Park in Worcester, it's cloud-free. It is going to be bright. 68 degrees right now in Worcester. Boston's at 74, seeing that same sunshine. It's going to be a bright, hot day. Lots of low and mid 90s in the whole Boston area. And honestly, most of Massachusetts. We've even got the North Shore and the South Shore in the lower 90s. Same in Worcester, like 95 in Lawrence and 91 in Foxborough. And we'll keep it in the 80s for the South Coast, the Cape and the Islands. Tonight, it's going to be warm. It's going to be a little bit humid out there. And then tomorrow, we bounce back into the 90s in most spots. It might not be quite as hot as today, but I think it's going to be even more humid, and that's probably going to add to the discomfort. Tomorrow, we've also got the chance for a couple hit or miss showers north and west of Boston late in the afternoon. The better chance for showers this week ends up being Thursday as a front comes through. This is probably going to trigger some hit or miss showers, thunderstorms, and downpours. Even though not everybody gets a shower on Thursday afternoon, there could be a couple harder hit locations where the rain is a bit heavier. And behind that front, we make way to a cool down at the end of the week. So a little heads up that tonight we do have the Perseid meteor shower peaking. In fact, if you're an early riser tomorrow morning, you've got the best view right before dawn. So if you're up for setting your alarm at like 3 o'clock in the morning, we're expecting a lot of shooting stars because of that. Heat and humidity will drop late week, so we've got some of the worst of the weather over the next, say, 3 days. And then by Friday, it should be downright refreshing again. We're also tracking Tropical Storm Erin right now in the eastern Atlantic, but you can see as it moves across the Atlantic, it's going to encounter some very warm ocean water, which serves as fuel. And in the next week, we're expecting it to become not just a hurricane, but a major hurricane. And after that, it looks like the motion is going to curve around high pressure.
It's 7 o'clock. Thanks so much for being with us. I'm Gene Levanchi.
And I'm Ray Vieta, the Bro Show coming to you, starring, of course, the one and only Shiri Spear. Back from a very special trip.
Yeah, dropping my daughter off at college. So
welcome back.
You know,
Did you get through that okay?
Yes, it was actually hotter here than in Atlanta.
Whoa.
So how weird is that?
That's very weird.
I know. So
is there a break in sight?
Not for a couple days for us. So it's actually going to be pretty hot out there. We're starting out mild. We've got temperatures in the 60s and 70s. We're going to go with sunny, warm weather now. Today's forecast has highs back in the 90s. It's been a hot stretch, and that hot weather continues here locally. We've got a nice bright forecast for you guys as well today. So as long as you've got on the sunscreen, you're taking lots of breaks, you're staying hydrated, you can beat this heat. Heat is going to be the big story for, I'd say, the next 3 days before we get some relief around Friday. Air quality is in the moderate category as well, so it's just one more layer, one more reason to take it easy. And I don't have any storms in the forecast until late tomorrow. Here's Catherine Prada with the check. Yeah, so let's chat about it because we've had a pretty hot summer. As far as how many days, it's usually 90 or hotter. We usually get about 14 a year in Boston. So far this summer, we've had 17, and I think we added another one to the count today. You can see next couple of hours feature temperatures warming from the 70s to the 80s, so it's going to be a pretty snappy warm up for today. And temperatures pretty consistently in the low and the mid 90s. If you're anywhere in the Boston, the Worcester, the Manchester areas, Providence 90. We've even got the North Shore and the South Shore in the 90s today. Cool spot ends up being the South Coast, Cape and Islands, and by cool, we're still talking 80s, you guys. Air quality today is going to be in this unhealthy category, so anyone that's a little sensitive, asthma, heart, lung disease, I want to make sure you're taking breaks, you're taking it easy on a day like today. Overnight tonight, we've got the Perseid meteor shower, which is known as one of the best meteor showers of the year, but our moon is 84% full, which means it's going to dull the view a little bit. Best view is probably going to be before dawn tomorrow morning. So, you know, if you want to set your alarm for 3 a.m. and see if you can catch any fireballs, that's kind of cool. But it's going to be hot and humid tomorrow at about 91 degrees. Tomorrow, we also have the chance for a couple, as you can see here, hit or miss thunderstorms on Wednesday afternoon. I don't think we're going to see anything widespread. I think it's going to be pretty isolated late tomorrow, but there is a better chance as we hop into Thursday that we've got some scattered thunderstorms and a few downpours as well. Not every town or city is going to get wet, but there will be some harder hitting storms out there. Futurecast then clears it out by Friday, and you'll see that there's a drop in temperatures. We keep it pretty hot and humid for the next couple of days through about Thursday. Friday, temperatures drop. It's going to be comfortable. It's going to be sunny, and that's how the weekend starts. The weekend does end up hot and humid again by Sunday. We really have. So live look outside right now. The weather from your window features sunshine out there. We're looking nice and bright at Polar Park. It's 69 degrees in Worcester right now. Boston's also pretty toasty at 75. 75, that's a really warm start. I always get concerned when we don't drop below 70 degrees because it's like we never hit the reset and quite find refreshment before it starts to warm up again. And it is going to warm up again. We're looking at low and mid 90s in the Boston area, some 80s for the South Coast, the Cape and the Islands today. It's really toasty for all. Tonight, a lot of you take a little dip into the 60s. It's not going to be cool. You know, it's going to be mild overnight tonight and when you wake up tomorrow morning. And tomorrow it's just another round of heat, another round of these lower 90s for many of you. But tomorrow it is going to be even more humid, so it's going to feel a little different. And we do have a couple hit or miss thunderstorms expected late in the afternoon or evening north and west of Boston. Definitely not a washout. Most of you are dry on Wednesday. Thursday comes along, though, and we've got a front in the area. So as we start to heat up, it gives us a trigger for storms to pop. So we are looking at some scattered thunderstorms and downpours on Thursday afternoon. By Friday, fronts out of here, and we've got cool air that is going to flow into place, or at least cooler and less humid as well. We've got a cool meteor shower tonight. The Perseid meteor shower is one of the best that we have all year. Best viewing is going to be late tonight, like at 11 o'clock tonight if you want to wait before bed, or if you plan on waking up at like 3 o'clock tomorrow morning. Heat and humidity are going to end up dropping by about Friday. We are tracking Tropical Storm Erin right now. You can see at 45 miles per hour. Expected to gain a lot of strength as it travels across the Atlantic because we've got that warm ocean water acting as fuel. So we're not just looking at a hurricane later this week, but we're probably looking at a major hurricane by the weekend. After that, this storm is expected to curve around high pressure. How close it's going to get to the coastline, we're not quite sure yet.
I'm Ray Vieta, and it's good to have Shiri back.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back.
Hey, thank you, and bringing the heat for sure.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a hot week ahead. We don't really get relief until around Friday, so This is our weather pattern. Get used to it. You know, drink all the water, take all the breaks, whatever you need to beat the heat safely. Still 67 in Bedford, but 78 right now in Boston, 75 in Hyannis, 77 in Portsmouth. So the heat is on, shall we say. Temperatures today head into the low in the mid-90s in the whole greater Boston area. We're going to keep it relatively bright and definitely dry today. Heat is going to be the big story. We've got moderate air quality and no storms in the forecast until late tomorrow or Thursday in your town, and I'll be back with Futurecast to time it all.